So are y'all ready to make an apple pie? I know I am, and I know my husband will be glad I did. So I'm starting off with a Pillsbury pie crust. I'm not making my own. I'm just going to go ahead and use theirs, and it's pretty good. No, it's not homemade. It's not like homemade, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to try to get this out of here. It is at room temperature. I let it get to room temperature. It's usually a lot easier to unroll if you let it get to room temperature. Now let me try to roll this out into my pie pan. Hopefully you have a pretty good picture there. And then just tuck it down into the pan. This is kind of a bigger pie plate that I found at an estate sale. So you know me, I love my estate sales. So you just want to tuck it down in there and then bring it up wherever you can. Okay, we're just gonna lay it there and get it ready for the pie filling. Okay, I'm gonna set that off to the side and then we'll work with it once I get the filling ready. Okay, we're gonna start off with, I have my 6 cups of thinly sliced apples. They're Granny Smith apples. They're usually the best. Mine have been peeled for a few minutes now, so they're starting to turn a little bit, but they'll be okay. Okay, in another bowl, I like to put together everything that I'm gonna mix with the apples before I mix it with the apples. Because it's less folding in that you're going to be doing, okay? So I like to go ahead and put everything. Okay, we're going to do a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon plus 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, this is going to thicken it up really nice. 1/4 teaspoon ground ginger, 1/4 teaspoon ground cardamom. It really adds something to your pie. 1/4 teaspoon ground cinnamon, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. We're going to whisk this around. Let the dust fly. That's the oven that you just heard. It's set on 425 degrees. It's ready for us. Okay, I'm gonna bring the apples over. I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of lemon juice over my apples and mix them through. Then I'm going to put it in the bowl with the mixture of spices. Then just start folding it in. You'll start seeing the juices come out of the apples. And it'll be all nice and juicy all over. You see the juice, you can see the shine probably of the juice. It smells so wonderful. These apples look wonderful. Now let's just get it on in here. Get all those juices. That's a good thing about using one of these. Make sure they're nice and flattened out. You don't want them poking up. Look how pretty that is. You can see the specks of the cardamom in there and the other spices, and I just love it. Okay, everything's nice and flat. Now let's get our other pie crust on top of it. You can always cut out the dough into little shapes if you want to and put it on top. I'm just going to put it right on top and then make splits. Okay. Okay, let me see if I can get it tucked under some of this. I like to tuck it under the bottom crust. You can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to tuck it under and then lay it down. I'm also going to be putting it on top of a cookie sheet that's lined with foil, just in case there's any spillage. I first want to get this tucked under, and then I'll try and make a nice little design in my crust. I'm not always the best at that. But the most important thing is that it tastes good. Okay, I think I got just about all of it. Now we're going to try and make a little design. Let me see, let me do it this way. There we go. That'll do it. And like I said, not the best, but it'll be okay. It's all about what's inside. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make some slits on all four sides. Sometimes I'll make little ones. There you go. Now what I want to do before we pop it in the oven is put this lovely handy dandy crust cover over the crust so it won't burn. And that works beautifully. If this doesn't completely cover your crust, you can always use foil. I pre-did a piece just in case I didn't have enough of this protector. I'm gonna put it in the oven for about 40 minutes. We'll see if we need to keep it in there any longer than that, but we're gonna go for 40 minutes. Look at this beautiful pie. Yes, I've already cut a piece out. I have let it cool for 2 hours. It's still a little warm. If you wanted to cut a slice and put some vanilla ice cream on it and make apple pie a la mode, you can do that. You could warm it up just a little bit, you know, because with apple pie a la mode, it's so yummy when it's a little warm. So I'm going to go ahead and try it. And let me show you what it looks like. You can always cool it until it's completely cooled and not warm at all if you want to. So let's taste it. Yeah, it's good. Let me tell you, it is really good. That is quite tasty. Sorry. All of the spices in there are just right. With the tartness, a little bit of tartness of the apples. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I think next time I would love to make a homemade crust, but this will do just fine. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. I hope you will make it and enjoy the wonderful flavors of all those spices that I put in there. And thank you for sharing my videos. It really does mean a lot to me, and getting the word out and that I'm here and I'm baking some wonderful recipes. So thank you so much. Enjoy the apple pie, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.